Hello everyone, you're welcome again to another episode of Reading with Elsie. Today I want to take the opportunity to tell us about something very exciting that is going to be happening for the month of August and September. The main aim of doing Reading with Elsie was to tell everyday Ghanaian stories, as well as touch on issues that happen in our everyday lives, but we don't talk about them often. And so issues relating to young adults, teenagers, parenting, children, and all other categories of persons. Starting this and discussing stories or putting up stories, I have had discussions from readers, people sharing views and opinions, people telling how different the stories happen in their own homes or in their own lives. And so for the month of August and September, we are taking stories from other lives, other people, other writers who want to share their own perspective on everyday stories that happen in our Ghanaian lives. And so I'll be looking forward to hearing stories from different authors other than myself all through the month of August and September. Today we are reading a story titled Inherent. Inherent is a story written by a good friend of mine. Her name is Miss Amanda Anka. Amanda does an interesting vlogging on YouTube with a title or the name The Minimal Bibliophile, where she does a digest of stories or books she's read with audience. Here goes the story Inherent. Nana knew that if she laid hands on that child, it would ruin everything she had worked so hard for: marriage, career, and her reputation. But would she risk it all to save her skin from damnation? Kokri had left her parents to play with Abba and Eko. The usual thing she did after school when her mother was preparing supper. For her, playing with her friends meant she could be the boss and dictate without obvious confrontations from anyone. She enjoyed being in charge of her peers. Eko, on the other hand, insisted Abba take charge too, but she was too scared to even opt to lead any of the games they played. "Stop right there," Kokri would shout if Abba dared to make a mistake with playing Sansan Kroma, Kokri's all-time favorite local game. She hated anyone who made a mockery of her favorite games. It seemed to her that her opinions were being disrespected, even though she knew it was not everyone's favorite and they were bound not to enjoy it as much. Abba was the oldest among the three children, but the softest and kindest of them all. She saw Kokri as her sister. Once, she defended Kokri from a popular bully in school and ended up with ingratitude from her. She couldn't hold back her tears when Kokri told her she needed to mind her own business. Even though it was clear she would have been dealt with brutally by the bully if Abba hadn't intervened. Abba apologized to her for being intrusive. Eko was the youngest and Abba's only brother. He was 2.5 years younger than his sister, but it was a known fact that Echo doted on her. He was a feisty young boy with an aura of elegance and maturity attached to his great eloquence, even at age 7. At a party one time, he recited a poem which got everyone on their feet, clapping. His name was on their lips throughout the party and even the days thereafter. Echo knew Kokui was bratty and bossy, but he never said anything regarding that. Instead, he defended his sister anytime Kokui was disrespectful towards her. Like any other day after school, one time, the 3 friends had gotten together to play, only that there was an addition. Abba's cousin, who had come to spend a few days with them, joined in their play. She was just a few months older than Abba. "My name is Mame-san," she replied when Kokui asked. Like a boss, she needed to know who her new subordinate was. As usual, Kokui was in charge. "We will play a new game today." With so much excitement, she exclaimed. Mame-san wasn't enthused about how Kokui decided on everything with no input from the rest of them. She interrupted her excitement by asking Kokui if she could suggest a game to play too. Kokui rolled her eyes and gave her the chance nonetheless. Mame-san suggested they played Ludo, a board game which needed tactical reasoning and 4 players. Kokui knew it was a good idea, but wouldn't give in. That meant her leadership was gradually moving to another. "Trying is not a bad idea. Let's play, but I hope it's as interesting as you say." She wasn't going to admit defeat without one last punch. At the end of the game, Bossy Lady had surrendered squarely. From then on, Mame-san's suggestions were welcomed with no disagreements. Abba and Echo didn't want it any other way because they were tired of the same games all the time. Months passed and Mame-san was still visiting there and bringing her game all the way on. Abba and Echo were excited about the turn of events, but not Kokui. She was scheming ways to dismiss her, but nothing was up her sleeves yet. Nana, Mame-san's older sister, was often around too. Nana visited often, so Kokui had met her on some occasions. She seemed like a reserved person, often alone, without emotion. She looked like someone in pain. Often, she wondered how people often wondered how she even got married, had a career, like a normal person, because she was obviously different. Kokui was at her friend's home that Sunday morning because she hadn't seen them all on the Saturday. Being her usual self, she barged into the living area only to find an angry looking woman. She screeched and came to an instant halt. When Nana quizzed her about her mission, she said she was there to see her friends. They were around, but Nana was preventing them from seeing her. The reason she hadn't seen them the previous day. Is there a reason I can't see my friends, please? That question was bound to be asked by the little lady. Nana shook her head, not in disbelief, but at how much Kokui's confidence had grown. They can't see you because you are a bad influence on them. They talk back at adults now when it is in their place to agree with whatever that is told them. Well, Auntie Nana, it isn't my fault they are speaking up now. They have realized that timidity isn't always the best way out of any situation. The exchange continued and Nana was awed. The other children ran into the living room when they heard the exchange of words from the two. Rushing in, they came to a halt without any interference. They looked on as the exchange heated up. It was apparent who the loser would be in the end, but for a fact, Kokui could plunder her way out of it. Kokui was the spitting image of Nana in attitude, but for her need to make life easier, she had tucked the dirty rags away up until this moment. Mame-san knew her big sister better. She whispered to them, "It's innate. She can't help herself. After all, they are both inherent." Thank you very much for reading with me. It's been another exciting episode. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed Amanda's story. Let's look forward to another story from another awesome author on our next episode. Bye. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share with friends. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe to the Minimal Bibliophile, Amanda's YouTube channel. Catch you again on another episode. My name is Elsie. Bye.